Hey guys, welcome back to Raw Intuition. This video is going to cover 5 warning signs that you are consuming too much protein. I think this video is going to be relatable to a lot of people, especially because our society is protein obsessed. And so when you consume too much protein, that results in several conditions and issues within the human body. And so a lot of people watching this are probably going to be able to see some of these issues within themselves, especially if they are consuming animal products, because this is the majority of where the issues stem from. You can get too much plant protein as well, but the majority of people are not consuming too much plant protein. They're consuming far too much animal protein. So I'm going to cover 5 warning signs that you or someone you know is consuming too much protein. First warning sign is chronic dehydration. So protein is very acidic, and acids burn. Acids corrode. They dehydrate. So if you're consuming a lot of acidic protein, your body is going to become dehydrated. And so that's one reason why people are suggested to drink 8 glasses of water a day. It's a lot of water to drink. That's why I consume high water content fruits. So I'm eating my water. I'm hydrating my cells with structured, bioavailable water. And that has worked out for me a million times better than when I used to consume animal products and protein powders and protein shakes, you name it. I was all about the protein before I got into this lifestyle, and it is night and day how different my hydration requirements are, my fluid intake, because I am eating my liquids and a little bit of drinking. I'll drink some water here and there, but the majority of my hydration is coming from my food. And that is what I suggest to people that want true cellular hydration. Get it from your food, fresh fruits and vegetables. Warning sign number 2 is skin problems, acne, blemishes, eczema. All these different skin issues are in large part due to way too much protein. Again, the protein is very dehydrating. It's going to dry up your hydration reserves within the body, and it's going to be very hard on the kidneys. Protein is, especially animal protein, is very difficult for the kidneys to handle in such large quantities, and the skin is the third kidney. So, and you also got to remember, the kidneys are the main eliminative pathway for lymphatic wastes, and lymphatic wastes are acidic. All right, so there's another source of dehydration if we are not eliminating our lymphatic waste. So high protein, especially animal protein, is going to clog up our kidneys. And when our kidneys clog up and we're not eliminating properly through the kidneys, our skin is known as the third kidney. So if you know anybody with skin problems, they have acne, they have a lot of, skin spots or anything that you would consider abnormal to deal with the skin. That is the body using its largest eliminative organ as the third kidney and as the eliminative pathway for too much waste in the body. So, what do you think that little pus is that comes out of your pimples? That's lymphatic fluid. All right, so we are having to excrete waste out of the skin since we're not having a proper flow of lymphatic waste going out of the kidneys. All right. Third issue is body odor. So this can happen even with plant protein. If you eat, especially for me, if I eat too many nuts, I will get more body odor. All right. And again, the protein coagulates, dehydrates. A lot of these tips go back to dehydration. So I think a good lesson to take from that is to keep your body hydrated. Again, with fresh fruits and vegetables, lower the amount of cooked foods you're eating and eliminate animal products completely, and you will start to find a much healthier level of hydration in your body. But back to the body odor. You start to, again, clog up your lymphatic system. You're not eliminating your waste properly, and you have just those protein, those sulfur-containing amino acids and other lymphatic waste, metabolitic waste that is just sitting there, congesting in your lymph nodes and throughout your system. It's going to start to stink, right? And so that is why eating more water-rich and alkaline-forming foods, again, fruits and vegetables, you can just repeat that over and over because that's what's going to keep coming up, fresh fruits and vegetables. That is going to help to start to open up the kidneys and allow for better eliminative processes going on through your kidneys. All right, so 4 is you are sick and unwell frequently. When you consume too much protein, that is going to create a lot of mucus and phlegm and putrefaction within your intestines and throughout your system. Again, so you are going to have a breeding ground for bacteria, for parasites, for candida, and all these other microbes that thrive on the putrefying protein in your gut. And so here we go again, fruits and vegetables, get that fiber in, get that hydration, get those antioxidants that are going to help to neutralize free radicals. They're going to help to replenish the good bacteria in your gut, and they're going to eliminate the bacteria that produce harmful byproducts when they digest the gunk that's in your intestines. Too much protein is also a good sign of infections and, earaches and all sorts of things. So again, getting your protein to a appropriate level rather than what most people consume, which is an excess level of protein. A good rule to kind of use as a guide is the 80-10-10 diet. That's 80% of your calories coming from carbohydrates, 10% coming from fats, and 10% coming from proteins. Now, I'm not a big promoter of counting calories and turning your food into a science project where you have to just write down everything you're doing, because I don't think that's natural, and I don't think that is really a healthy way to go about living your life. But it can be helpful in some circumstances, especially in the beginning when you're trying to learn about what your diet consists of. So I do think that is a good idea to just use something like Chronometer to figure out where your calories are coming from. And then you can kind of adjust from there. And once you get it down, then, you don't have to do that anymore. All right. Also, brain fog. Brain fog is another big one with too much protein. Again, really upsetting the microbiome in the gut and clogging up your GI tract, not eliminating through the colon and the kidneys. You're going to have a buildup of lymphatic waste, and that is going to directly affect your brain function. So lowering the protein again. I mean, we can just repeat this over and over. Fifth symptom would be aggression. So aggression results from an overly acidic body. And again, when you're getting your protein from animal products, you're consuming hormones, these exogenous hormones that affect how our hormonal system works, and it affects the endocrine system, and that is what regulates our hormones. And so when you eat so much protein, again, especially protein from animal products, you're getting in too much other junk, other hormones. You're getting in a big acid load, and you're getting in metaphysical effects of consuming the flesh from animals that were depressed, that were angry, that were scared, going through the slaughterhouse. It's going to create a lot of aggression and other, negative feelings. And so avoiding those things can really help on a spiritual level, and it's going to help to balance out hormones. And so that is why I really think people that are having hormonal issues, if they haven't already, they should try a plant-based diet, because that has been shown to help a lot of people. All right, so that is my 5 warning signs of too much protein in your diet. I hope it was helpful. I know that eliminating animal products and bringing my protein level down to an appropriate amount has significantly helped me in my life. I no longer get skin issues. I no longer have much at all body odor. I'm not always thirsty. I no longer get cold sores or other infections. I haven't had a cold or a flu in something like 6 or 7 years. And when I do feel unwell, it's usually something that I have done to myself by either consuming something that I knew wasn't ideal, but I just kind of, made an exception one time or another, and I paid for it. And so eating a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables has brought my body back into a balance where it is much more stable health-wise. My mind is mentally clear and sharp, and everything overall has just improved. So overall message, again, getting that record player going. High water content fruits and vegetables, eliminate animal products, eliminate a lot of processed foods. You don't need the protein powders, and just eat a whole food plant-based diet, and your protein levels will come back down to an appropriate level, and you should be good. So I hope this was helpful, guys. Have a great day, and always follow your raw intuition.